a moment. Great. Welcome on, everyone. We are so excited to have you here and happy Friday. Welcome back to our segment of Mother Nurture. If this isn't your first time coming on, you do not have to be a specific gender or a parent to be considered a nurturer. You simply have to have the desire and the ability to be able to tend to and look after the needs of someone that you care about. So with that said, that means that any men that are on here, we're so happy to have you. You're so encouraging. You're definitely a vital source and a good inspiration for us to help uplift our communities. And someone who is always a big supporter of ours is our great friend, Troy Richardson. This loving person gave us the platform here to be able to share with you, to reach many and to uplift others. This has been a total team unstoppable takeover all summer long. And I'm honored to be your host for the summer, Kiana Alexander. Joining me this evening will be some of my favorite people talking about our favorite things, food. And with me tonight, my family, I have my terrific mom, T.
Hello, everyone.
So I asked T to get on with us to talk this evening because she and I work from home. We are both business owners, and we also spend a lot of the time out of the house running errands. But sometimes we realize that when we're out and about, that we come across some not so healthy options. So we'd like to share with you this evening different tips, tricks, and ways that you can snack healthfully on the go. And then later on, you'll get to see completed lunch boxes, some food art, how to have fun with food in your family. But for right now, I'd like to ask my mom to show you a couple of things that she packs in her lunchbox. So to get started, why don't you show me your lunchbox?
Here's my lunchbox. It's a nice size, it's insulated. I get a lot of really good foods in here. So first I have my water. I drink it plain, but when I want a different taste, I'll use a little packet, a little flavor packet, sugar-free.
Good idea.
I have coconut milk yogurt, which is a great snack, but I could also have it just for breakfast.
Awesome.
These Tuna Packs, I get them from Aldi. They're great, to have in my purse when I'm riding around, and I can eat them right out the pouch with a plastic fork or something, or sometimes we have salad in a jar, I'll add to it.
Mm-hmm.
These cute little holders, this holds about 3.5 ounces of fruit or protein or snacks, but they're really cute, fits easily in your lunch bag. Of course, my complete shake. So it's summertime, and what I do with my shakes, I put them in the freezer. This keeps them cold longer, especially when I'm running around, driving around, whatever, because I may not always get to them right away, so it keeps it cold when it's frozen. And if I have access to a microwave, then popcorn is always a great snack.
Wow, you have a ton of awesome things in your lunchbox. You pack just like me. I might be out the house all day, so I pack for the entire day. And yeah, I like what you said about these napkin packs. This is also really good for social distancing parties. We put an alcohol wipe in there, a little napkin, and then you're able to share with your family. And I love that container you had with your fruit. I have something similar, but mine has hummus in it. And I actually, these came 10 to a pack, and I got them from Dollar Tree of all places. So only a dime to begin portioning your food. Simple to carry. Another item that I have, I saw you said that you had the coconut milk yogurt. As we continue to learn more and more about our healthy living family, they tell us that actually getting dairy into your system, that it can flare up your asthma, your allergies, your sinuses, and it could irritate your eczema. So what we found were other plant-based alternatives like this delicious almond milk. My father happens to have a nut allergy, so the coconut milk might be good for him, but my boyfriend has a huge sweet tooth. And so we found that doing different alternatives like this were a huge game changer for us. To keep our energy up, we like to do simple proteins. So this right here, also from Aldi, we're big Aldi people. It has a lot of vegan alternatives, gluten-free alternatives, and this was less than $5. And I think it has like 8 servings in it. So those are, I'm sorry, this was trail mix, raw nuts actually. So it's less cholesterol, less salt, oil, and all of that. And then another item, a simple go-to, a throwback, great for the shred. If any of you have shred with us before, you'll have to ask us about it later if you haven't, because it's given me so much energy and it's helped boost my mood. But this is just instant oatmeal, already portioned for you. The original oatmeal, same thing, less calories, less sugar. Great gluten-free food that sticks to you, keeps you full, great fiber. Good option if you're returning to work. I know a lot of offices have water coolers and there's a hot water option. So keep that in mind. If you are not on the go and perhaps you're looking for some snacks to share with your family at home, we created one of our favorite things. It's called a grazing tray. It's a super simple way to put snacks out for your family to come and pick from. Oh, pardon me, there goes my spoon. So we have sunflower seeds, we have whole oat granola, almonds, and peanuts. We did put them on the other side to separate and be mindful of anyone with nut allergies. We have gluten-free crackers and grain-free chips, and something that's a big family favorite, because I told you sweet tooth, dehydrated and dried fruit. But here's the trick. You have to look for unsweetened, unsulfured. This is this is cantaloupe, and we also have mango in here. On top of that, something great to share, our whole food concentrate gummies. They're already individually packaged, so you can share them at parties, share them with samples, have your spoon or your scoop over there. And what we found that the purple ones, the berry blend, it delivers the most antioxidants, which also means that if you know anyone that suffers from migraines, it helps to alleviate some of the symptoms or reduce some of the symptoms. But the big thing, I couldn't believe it until we experienced it, it helps you with your food cravings. I don't know about you, but is there anything that you didn't care for too much before that maybe you eat now?
Tomatoes and Brussels sprouts.
Oh my goodness, ditto and ditto. I could not stand either. Tomatoes, I didn't like the squish. They were slimy, they were strange. I was not a fan. But then I found they have different kinds of tomatoes. Some are juicier, some are more flavorful. And the Brussels sprouts, the trick is to get them fresh. We were served all these things that were frozen and mushy or from the can and salty and mushy.
And they smell.
And they smelled, they did smell. Sometimes that does happen, but we found that you get them fresh. You can grow them fresh. You can go to the farmer's market and get it. But either way, having them that way, roasted, sauteed with maybe some olive oil, garlic, grill, definitely. Changing the texture and slicing it instead of giving it to your family whole, and may make it a little more enticing. So thanks so much, Mom, for getting on here to show everyone about the great snacks that we've packed.
Thanks for inviting me.
Happy to have you. And now we're going to see what's cooking in Naya's kitchen.
Those were all wonderful snack ideas. Thank you so much for sharing. Tonight, I just wanted to talk a little bit about one of the issues that I have as a mom. My kids have to take their lunch every single day. So how do I ensure that they're getting the proper nutrition on a daily basis? It has to start with my tools. So I found two lunch boxes that help me ensure that I'm able to pack what they need. So I'm going to show you. This is their bento box. So you can see there are 3 layers to this. So I can put the main meal in the big one. And then I have 2 smaller sections that they can put their salads in, their fruit, and then maybe some snacks in the top section. I normally actually only use 2 because it's really big and it's enough space for everything. But this helps to keep their food fresh and I'm able to pack everything that I need in this easy to pack container. It also comes with a sleeve that helps to keep some of the heat in. Now my kids, I'm packing lunch between 7 and 7:30 every morning. My kids don't eat until 11:30. So what I found was when I first started using the bento box, it keeps food warm for about 2 hours, but they need a little bit more warming time. So I actually had to go to a thermos container. So on hot food days, I actually use this container. I pour the boiling hot water in it. It actually comes with a little spoon already attached to it that they can scoop it out. And I pour the boiling hot water in there. I warm their food. I put the food down in there. I close it up and their food actually stays hot. When they open their thermal at 11:30, 4 hours later, their food is still hot. I pack one of those small containers. They're able to pour that in if they want to eat it that way, or if they just want to eat it out of their thermals, they can have that choice as well. The other thing that I wanted to share is just making sure that we always have a variety of things in our kids' lunch boxes. It is so important for us to give them a variety of fruit and vegetables. Now, both my kids eat the gummies every morning. But in addition to that, that's to help bridge the gap, right? I also want to make sure that they're having fresh vegetables on a daily basis. So I've had, and you'll see at the end, I've had the pleasure of watching my 11-year-old have enjoyed different salads. I've made him a mixed green salad with strawberries on it. And I said, listen, just pour this dressing over it. And it has the strawberries and a couple of other vegetables in there. And he was surprised that he actually liked it. And we've done some coleslaw, but every day they've had some sort of salad as well as cut up fruit. His favorite is cantaloupe and strawberries. And I was excited this week when he asked his grandmother, can I have some fruit with my breakfast? Because he said, I know I'm going to have it at lunchtime, but can I have some fruit with my breakfast? So for me, that is an absolute win. It is one of the most important things to me is actually the food that they're putting in their systems, because I know and I understand as a nutrition coach what a difference it makes. Both my boys play sports. And so they need to make sure they're fueling their body properly on a day-to-day basis. So that's all I have. Back to Kiana.
Hey, Naya, thanks so much for showing us the great things you had going in your kitchen. So we're super excited to hear next from Tammy and her sweet helper, her son, Jeremiah. Go on, tell us what you have.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here to talk to everyone. This is my son, Jeremiah. He's 10 years old, and he cannot wait for school. He's going to be starting a new school. He's entering 5th grade. All right, so let's tell him what we have here, Jeremiah. So, okay, tell him what's in the tray.
Blueberries,
what else?
apples, kiwi, oranges, raspberries, registers, and carrots.
All right, so which one is your favorite?
Oranges.
Okay, he likes oranges. All right, so which one is your favorite? And okay, he likes oranges. Which one you did not like before?
Carrots.
Carrots? Okay.
Well, I like one, but I don't like all.
Okay. Carrots? Okay. Well, he drinks a lot of water now, and before he wouldn't even drink water. And now he drinks Creative Roots. So it's flavored water, and there's only 1 gram of sugar.
When should we show them the bottle?
No, we don't have the bottle.
Yeah, we do.
Anything else you want to tell them?
I got no idea.
Oh, well, we'll tell them that at the end. And do you like your Juice Plus gummies?
Yeah.
Okay. He takes his Juice Plus gummies every day.
No, once a day.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Tammy and Jeremiah. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you're taking your Juice Plus gummies, and that was a beautiful display that you showed. So very nice. So I have some fruit to show too. One of my, I was inspired by a picture you're going to see later, and I did a little bit of a simpler display, but these are fruit kebabs. So the picture that you'll see later, they use cookie cutters to cut all this out and make pretty shapes, but I just cut it up and put it on a stick and put it in a little decorative mug. So this is a nice little, kind of like a pick-me-up for after-school snack, I guess, maybe for a special occasion, maybe some achievement at school or something, and you want to celebrate with your young scholar. So instead of a cupcake, maybe, think about fruit kebabs. So I have a couple other creations because my topic was kind of keeping food fun with food art. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is my little cucumber shark that I cut up using the little mini cucumbers. And it doesn't take very long, and you can find a lot of these tutorials on YouTube. So I have another little creation, and these are, let me see if we can get a better picture on these. These are little celery and cherry tomatoes from my tower garden to make little bugs. So, you know, when the kids are bugging you, you can make some food art. So hopefully you guys can see that. Trying to turn it all around. And then I'm going to share, so that's all of my food art creations that I did today, but you're gonna see a couple other pictures later. So I'm just gonna share briefly a couple of my containers. So this is a little, you know, snack box, my bento box, good for snacks. It has the little lid to keep everything in there. And I got these little smaller containers from the dollar store. So I packed hummus in here. So you can put it in a smaller container, put it in there. And then I have some carrots, some olives, and some chips for the hummus. So I have a couple other containers that I'm gonna show. So if you're taking hot food, I got this at Walmart. So this is a stainless steel container and it's insulated. So it'll keep your food hot. So if you want to take something warm, you could take it in here and you can put it in your little carry lunch box. This little lunch box, kind of like your standard size, you know, little lunch box. It comes with an ice pack that you could freeze if you want to take stuff cold. Or if you want to take your warm stuff, you can, it's perfect to fit right. The insulated container will fit right in your lunchbox. Or another little option is kind of like what Kiana and her mom had, is a little purse type lunchbox. And this is a little bit bigger. You can fit your cold snacks in here, your warm snacks. Also, you can fit your water, your gummies, some nuts, you know, so whatever you're taking with you on the go. And you also look stylish. And then I think Naya showed something like this, the insulated container. This is perfect for soup. So stainless steel is going to keep your food warm. So I love it when it gets chilly to take hot soups with me on the go, drinkable soups. And these are really good if you have picky eaters because they're sectioned off. They're very colorful. When I was a kid, I was a very picky eater. I didn't like my food touching. So I think I'm fond of these for kids because a lot of kids don't like their food touching. And then little reusable bags. So instead of Ziplocs, you can use these reusable bags, perfect for, you know, taking fruits or whatever you want to put in here, nuts or trail mix. You know, you can pre-portion your stuff, even if you want to put your fruit in here and freeze it for your morning smoothie. All right, so that's all that I have for my show and tell. So I'm now going to introduce our chronic disease expert, Helena Mariscott. But before we have her talk, we're actually going to watch a video of her doing a food prep. And then we're going to get some pointers from Helena about feeding your little athlete, if you have a young athlete at home. And she has some other great tips for us. So let me do the screen share and bear with me a second. All right. So Helena, do you want to intro the video?
Yeah, so what you're about to see is a demo of a frozen dessert. And what kid doesn't like ice cream or slushies? This is an alternative to the typical stuff that, you know, the kids love to eat on the outside. And the ingredients that you're about to see, you can switch it up with whatever is going to work for your family. But the key to it is make sure that it has greens in it. Some kids will say, I don't eat greens, but check out the video and I'll talk about it a little more.
All right, can you see this video on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna let it go.
Hi everyone, it's Helena here. I just wanted to spend a moment sharing with you how I go about doing my green sorbets, which the kids love. I've been doing it for years and it's pretty simple to do. So I'd like to show you how I go about it. First and foremost, I use the Vitamix. I'm not sure what blender you have. Whatever one you have works. But the idea is that you want to put a lot of ice. So it's like a slushie. Kids love slushies. So here's some of the ingredients. I've got spinach. I've got ginger, lemon, and apple, frozen limeade, or you can use frozen apple juice, whichever works, and some ice. That's it. So I'll show you. I start with my spinach. Now I'm making it for about 4 people. So I put about this much spinach, but I do want to make sure that it's very green. My pineapples are not completely ready, but if it were ready and ripe, I would put that in there as well. Then I'm going to put in a banana. I'm going to cut up an apple. In this case, I'll take half the apple. Now, because I'm using the Vitamix, it's okay for me to put the stem, everything in there because it'll just chop it up perfectly. Then I'm going to put some limeade, probably half a cup of that. Pour that in. Oh, well, I took more than I was supposed to. And then I'm going to take some ice. Now, this is the magic in it all. You've got to put enough ice in order for it to froth. And that's it. Some ginger. Ginger, you know, is very, very healthy. Not to mention it adds flavor to everything that you make. So I put that in. And then I go about my blending. I put it on the level 10. It's almost there. And there you go. Sorbet done in just 3 minutes. It's even better than ice cream. Thank you for watching.
All right, so now, Helena, are you, you want the slides for your beginning of your presentation? Let's see here. Are you muted?
Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. One thing a couple pointers I wanted to make. If you noticed in the video, I use spinach. There's no reason why you can't use kale or Swiss chard or other greens that you might have on hand. Most kids love fruits and not so much the vegetables, right? So here the idea is to put as much green as you can and then sneak in some other things like chia seeds, like hemp seeds, things that you would normally put into your food with them looking at you preparing it, but sneak those things in there because they're getting all the proteins. I would even put an avocado in there. Now, the thing is pineapple, bananas, limeade, those are sweet, right? So they don't even realize that even if they don't like vegetables, it tastes good. And so it's mom approved and the kids love it. Yes, someone asked me about flax seeds. Yes, throw some flax seeds in there. You know, it keeps the kids regular. I mean, that's important, right? You got to have those things. And then the chia is the protein. So, so I would suggest if you've never tried it, make a sorbet and they'll keep asking you to make more and more. I mean, I get a demand to make it at least once a week because it tastes good and it's a substitute for ice cream. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, if you can show, put the image of the sandwiches, Elsie.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
As she's looking for the image, what I'm about to show you is a typical sandwich that I feed my teenagers. I know most Most people talked about younger kids. I've got teenagers and they're very much into sports and they're always hungry. They're eating all the time. And the question is, what do you feed them? You can switch it to the next one. Here you see images.
Oh, hold on. Where did my slides go? Sorry about that. We don't want that. Okay.
The wrap. We're looking for the pictures of the wrap.
Here's the pictures, but okay. 1 second here. Let me get to the right slide.
We do everything in real time here.
Sorry,
it takes a whole team.
Okay, hold on. All right, so we want the next one, and let me see if I can move this over. And now I can get to, okay. All right, there we go.
Okay, all right. Here's some sandwich ideas. The very top here, you see that it's a whole grain sandwich with avocado, spinach, and eggs, right? The eggs is the protein, the avocado is the protein. It's very filling. So they've got their grains, their greens. It's a very tasty sandwich, and it'll fill them up, right? Because my kids, you got to fill them up. But the question is, are you filling them up with simple carbs or complex carbs? On the left-hand side is a Mediterranean sandwich. And there you have, again, a lot of the protein that you need. Kids need protein to keep the energy going, along with the vegetables. And then to the right is a spinach wrap, which has chicken in it with avocados and cucumbers. They look good to kids. They look good to adults. They're easy to make, and they will give them the energy that they need. And I keep saying energy because, as you know, as kids get older, they make their own decisions, right? They have money in their pocket, and whether they're college students, high school students, they will make bad choices. So we want to help them make good choices with these type of sandwich options, which are typically in the cafeterias. The other thing I wanted to talk about as key points is you want to teach your kids from early throughout their young adult age to eat early. We've all known that breakfast is important. It's the healthy mind has to operate with breakfast. So even what you're looking at here could be breakfast. It doesn't have to be your typical yogurt, string cheese. It could be this as their breakfast. The other thing, obviously, is for them to always think of, okay, you're making choices on your own. What's considered healthy and what's considered not? It's a constant conversation that needs to be had. The last one is eating often. 3 meals a day may not work for a growing body. Sometimes it's 6 meals a day. And what that means is having the grains as well as the nuts and the grazing items that they eat throughout the day, maybe before a football game or after a football game. My kid plays football, so, afterwards is just as important. So the carbs up front and the protein on the back end. And then lastly, Elsie, if you can change it to the working at home visual. Okay, so what you're seeing here is for many people, especially during COVID, working remotely and having food on hand so that when you're in between Zoom meetings, like what we're doing right now, that you've got your refrigerator that's well stocked with these things. I mean, you've heard everyone else talk about having the right containers, having the right foods, but it requires time on the front end with the meal prepping so that it's easy and it's convenient. Otherwise, those bag of chips seem very appetizing when you want something quick in between. I know that many people are going back to the office now, and they may not have the luxury as working from home, but even then, having these convenience food items versus the vending machine and the greasy spoon cafeterias, it's important to think about it before you go to work. What's going to be my lunch? What's going to be my snack? If you think about it in advance and you plan it, chances are you won't mess up with McDonald's on the way home. So just to reiterate, keep a well-stocked refrigerator, chop up those healthy vegetables and the fruits, have the nuts on hand, and chances are you have it, you're going to eat it. And that's about it for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Helena. And now we do have a slide presentation, a few more visuals to show. I would like all the presenters to just kind of keep it brief because we are running just a little bit over with time. Kiana?
All right, this is something super simple. Just like Helena said, the first one is just a baggie of some coin cut carrots. We didn't cut them long ways just to make it easy to pop them in, kind of like chips. Then just like the salad in a jar, instead we did sliced cucumbers with some blueberries. And we also have some energy bites that we made using the complete. All right, and for this next one, we have some fantastic images presented by Naya. She was telling us about all of the cool containers she uses. These are stackable. They help to keep your food either cool or hot. And she has the smaller containers that are good portioning for sauces and condiments. All right, I know also, and I apologize for missing it, I know with Naya, she mentioned some big things that she puts in there for her family. She likes to put sweet little love notes, and she puts affirmations and good things in there. She also makes sure that she puts salad and fruit. And now on to Tammy, if you'll tell us a little bit about your images, Tammy.
Okay, we're back. All right, everyone, these are some ideas that I copied from someone, but we're also gonna take these ideas because school starts in Michigan on the 30th. And these are some good ideas because Jeremiah likes bananas. And I will just incorporate this on a bread and just try this out with him. And he likes eggs, so I'll put this on the sandwich for him. And this is all good. So maybe you can use this too with your families.
Some great ideas there, Tammy. And I see some nice healthy fats there too. Avocado, some good protein, all good stuff for little minds to help them with their learning and be prepared for the day. All right, so these are my little chefs here. So with picky eaters, I think it's really important to have the kids be involved in the preparation. So these are my grandkids, but I think it's important, whether it's your kids, your grandkids, to just make it fun, let them help. And so you notice I have the little chef hats for them. They were helping me to make the smoothie, and they do like to pick which fruits they want to put in their smoothie and make their own creations. They even make up funny names for the smoothie. My grandson's always going to make a Elsa smoothie or something. He comes up with these crazy names, but hey, as long as he drinks the good stuff and enjoys putting, you know, all that good stuff in there, that's all that is important. So, you know, make it fun, do it together, and talk about trying the new food. Instead of just surprising them with the food, you can talk about it, talk about the color. Do you think you're gonna like it? So, you know, it's a whole it's a whole process, and they're not surprised when things show up on their plate. All right, so the other thing that's important too is making it colorful, making it fun. So I do have some more food art in there. And, you know, you don't have to be, you know, Betty Crocker, you know, you can just chop it up in regular pieces and put it in a bowl, make a nice fruit salad. But if you have some extra time, like maybe on a Saturday or a special occasion, you can, you know, find a YouTube video and do a tutorial. The little apple swan is actually my creation. I actually watched a YouTube video and made that. So with kids, I think it's important to not serve them the whole fruit, you know, make it in different sizes, different ways to pair it up, and just make it fun. Now, here's some other food art creations. I tried to recreate some of these little bugs, and I did the food, the little cucumber shark. Again, that was from a tutorial. So if anybody is interested in finding some of these tutorials, I will be happy to share. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a masterpiece, you know, you're going to eat it. So it's just all about making it fun and doing something fun with the kids. I actually enjoyed making these little bug art veggies, and I did it by myself. So we're going to move on to our next slide. So, you know, these are things, you know, we're sharing all these ideas with you of trying to get more fruits and vegetables into your diet and into your little one's diet and for your family. It's very important to strive to eat a rainbow, but we know it's difficult every day to get those 9 to 13 servings in. So we do have a solution, you know, that we're offering. And we have the Healthy Starts for Family program. And with that program, the kids actually get the gummies for free, which actually helps with the food cravings and craving good stuff. So the Healthy Starts for Family, lots of great statistics. You know, 66% of children were visiting the doctor less. They have great statistics on less sick days from school, you know, drinking less soda, and all the things that you want, right? And the best part is that kids eat free age 4 to college, up to 4 years with an adult order of fruits and veggies or berry capsules or chewables. So we're not going to go into a whole elaborate presentation because we are running short on time, but this kind of gives you a nice visual. There we have Tammy, one of our presenters, with her son. She has the Juice Plus fruits and veggies, and her son gets the fruits and veggie gummies for free. A great example of what the Healthy Starts for Family program is all about. Even college kids eat free. And then look at these adorable cuties down here with the complete protein shake and holding up the gummies. I mean, it just warms my heart to see that the little ones can get good nutrition in, and our company is helping with the Healthy Starts for Family program. Kiana, do you have anything you want to add to that? And then we'll move on to our next slide.
Yes, it is so great to see that all of our families get to eat for free. Those are pictures of our families. My bestie is a toddler. She's on there, just like Jeremiah. She gets me to drink in a bunch of water. We eat fruits and veggies together. And those are all things that have been as a result of getting more whole food nutrition into us. Just like Elsie mentioned to you, we do have the opportunity where if the adult were to get the capsules for themselves, if you were to see the value in getting more of the whole food into you, then we're able to offer you the complimentary chewables for your family. All right, let's see what our other options are of ways to get whole food into our family, Elsie. Awesome. This is one of my absolute favorites, the Tower Garden. This is a game changer. If this is your first time seeing one of these, make sure you ask a friend about it. It is a garden that grows indoors or outdoors all year round. There's no dirt, so that means there's no weeding, no tilling, less kneeling, less bugs, since bugs are attracted to the dirt. And you see our little farmers. Look at Elsie's adorable grandbabies with that zucchini as big as he is. Kids are getting excited about their food. We know that kids will do what they see, not what we tell them. And they're getting excited by learning how to do it early. So again, those Tower Gardens, they make it super affordable for you to have fresh produce at your fingertips all the time. And again, if you find that perhaps they're not as crazy about trying out the greens, then we have all of these other options here for you. We mentioned that once you continue to get the whole food nutrition in you, a lot of people have reported that their cravings for not so great food, that it shifts and that you begin to appreciate more fresh and available produce. So that is an awesome option for you. Thanks so much, Elsie.
All right, and one other thing I just wanted to mention is, you know, kids are gonna do what you do. So if you cringe at the sight of, you know, spinach or greens, you know, or putting that in your smoothie, you're actually teaching them, they're learning that habit from you. So, you know, be open to trying new things and trying it with your kids. You know, don't tell them that you won't like that because it's green. And that has happened to me being a demonstrator for Vitamix. I would serve the green smoothie and a lot of parents would come up and say, oh no, they won't like that. Oh no, he won't like that. You won't like that. And I'm like, just let them try it. They actually might like it. So surprisingly, you know, spinach really has no taste, so you can sneak it into a lot of things, and smoothies is a great way to get those greens in. All right, so we've come to the end of our presentation, and I know we ran over just a little bit, but we want to do a special dedication this evening. So Mother Nurture special dedication honoring Miss Dorothy Richardson, which is Troy Richardson's mother. And we normally do the dedication at the beginning, but we wanted to do something a little special this evening. And I selected this this Bible quote, Proverbs 31:31, honor her for all that her hands have done. Let her works bring her praise. This is a special dedication to Miss Dorothy Richardson, a woman of God, nurse, caretaker, nurturer, gospel singer, and wonderful mother. Miss Richardson is the inspiration for this call series, Mother Nurture. We praise and honor her memory and her legacy. And if we could just have a brief moment of silence for Miss Dorothy Richardson in her honor. All right, thank you all. And back to you, Kiana. I think you have some special announcements for us.
Thank you so much for that, Elsie. We really appreciate that thoughtful and beautiful dedication. We are no doubt honoring Miss Dorothy Richardson's legacy by motivating others and uplifting our communities. So thanks so much for joining us this evening, everyone. You've seen a lot of great examples for ways that you can establish healthful habits, ways you can remain consistent. We showed you that things that are portioned and already good to grab, that is good snacking on the go. There's other things that you can get, like microwavable options that are still somewhat helpful just to keep up with that consistency. And something that Helena Mariscott told us was that the secret for busy people really is meal prep. We want to make sure that we are prepared to have the best day, and the only way to do that is to be prepared. You know that you can either prepare to plan or you can plan to fail. So that's what the different options are there. And something that we didn't tell you about were these great bars that we also have. In addition to the complete shakes, they come in the tart cherry and honey, or we have the Dutch chocolate, the dark chocolate and fig. Also an awesome item for you to put inside of your lunch boxes, backpacks, all those things. So we want to make sure that you're aware of your different options that you have here, simple solutions, ways you can fight cravings. Whole food concentrated nutrition is a good way to help build your immunity. Families are returning to work, students are returning to school, and we want to ask you, have you considered ways that you will help to keep your family healthy, happy, and safe? We have all sorts of options here for you. And we want to make sure that you know the most affordable way to easily get started. We have a fantastic opportunity going on right now for a very short amount of time. Over 1.5 million families are taking advantage of the Healthy Starts for Families program, but that's not where it ends. This generous company is giving you these nutrients complimentary for your child if you sign on as an adult. But we can also show you how to not only save money, but how to make money and how to help others. So again, for a short time, we encourage you to get others to inspire healthy living and to adopt those healthful habits. So please reach out to us, drop your contact information in the chat if you want to know about the recipes, the food art tutorials, all of these fantastic products that help you to be healthful on the go. And you know that we will be back in about a month or so. We welcome you to come back on September 20th, always the third Friday of the month at 7 p.m. But before then, don't think we're going to leave you hanging. You should hop on tomorrow evening to hear from the sensational Hicks sisters, always teaching urban gardening all over the world, how you can get fresh, healthy, flavorful, lush food at home, anywhere where you're at. And also, because you know we got something great for you every weekend. The following weekend, it's always the fourth Saturday of the month, we'll be joining the Self-Love is Not Selfish crew with Miss Nettie Wright-House, and she'll be showing you different ways to make your self-care a priority. We're so grateful to have you on. We encourage you to stick around if you have any questions or comments. We appreciate you. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope that we inspired you. Take care.
Thank you.